All right, welcome. In this video, I'm just gonna be checking out the new Exhibition Limited series from ESP Guitars for 2026. These things are incredible. Just each one of them, one of a kind, and the absolute creme de la creme from ESP Guitars. I like to check these out year after year and do a little review, but somehow I missed last year. And I didn't even know that these had been released yet. I don't remember getting an email about them. I didn't see anything until I was just tipped off a couple days ago from a buddy. Shout out to Mega Todd. But yeah, I'm really excited to look at these things because they're just absolutely outstanding. And I'm just gonna be browsing through, gushing over them, talking about the things that I like and I don't like about them. It's probably gonna be a lot of what I like about them, just being honest. So anyways, if that sounds good, love to have you along for the ride. These things are just absolutely killer. I haven't even really looked them over. I just browsed through real quick like this and saw there were 12 of them. So we're gonna talk about each one. And I'm excited to get into it. Let's get right into it. But first, this thing. For more than 50 years, the master luthiers at ESP Custom Shop in Tokyo, Japan have created some of the most extraordinary guitars in the history of the world. These artisans spend their entire lives perfecting the art of the guitar craft. And in addition to the flawless instruments they make for our customers' custom orders, each year they also are allowed to push their own creativity to the maximum level and build the guitars of their own dreams. The result is the annual ESP Exhibition Limited Series, a collection of fine art in the form of musical instruments. These guitars feature elements like ESP's most rare and coveted wood stocks, special wood processing, experimental painting techniques, and unique hand-built hardware. Only one of each model has been crafted. Contact the ESP dealer listed on each model for purchase information. So yeah, I think these are just special creations from the guys, the master luthiers there, and they certainly are special. Get a look at this. So as I'm gonna be going through, I'd love to hear your thoughts too. Leave a comment, tell me about which ones you love, what you like and don't like. And before people start saying it, which I know they're gonna, we're all aware that guitars are very expensive right now from every manufacturer. They're just really expensive, but these are gonna be on not the next level, but a completely different level, I can guarantee. Hopefully we'll be able to see some prices. Not exactly sure. But all right, just starting with this first one. Stunning right off the bat. Look at that red one. Horizon-CTM. Set through 25.5. Red fade and red to black fade. Red pearl black finish. Can't really zoom in. If I click, I think it just, yeah, I guess you can. Sweet. Yeah, look at that, man. The detail on these is incredible. Even the red saddle bolts there. Wow. And all these little touches like this, you know, on those back plates there, the pickups, the matching roses on the pickups. Really just incredible. It's like a showpiece. I'm probably gonna say that a lot throughout here. Swamp ash, quilted maple top. Look at this, I don't even know how to say that word. Zericote fingerboard with ebony and red binding, rose and barbed wire inlay. 24, original Floyd with a brass block, that's cool. Stainless steel screws, noiseless tremolo springs. So they're pulling out all the stops here. All the top of the line stuff. Seymour Duncan pickups. Got a TB16 in the bridge and SH2N in the neck. Yeah, black powder coat pickup covers. I mean, just what a beauty. The inlay there, man, incredible. So, all right, I hope they're not all sold, but this one's already been sold, so maybe they're gonna be going quick. I wonder if all these always sell out each year or how quickly that happens, you know? But look at this thing, Horizon 3. Wow. Again, just all this detail. And these finishes, the gold, outstanding. Look at that back. Holy crap, dude. I just love staring at this stuff. And I could all day. It's like looking at a Playboy or like a, you know, a car catalog or something with luxury cars or hot rods or whatever, you know, just some guys just like to sit and stare at that stuff. And that's how I feel about this. And if you're still here with me right now, even though we're just getting started, I'll bet you do too. So that's all we're really doing here, just looking and talking. No real agenda other than that. Similar specs, the 25.5. ESP beveled pickup rings. Yeah, look at that, that's cool. These are beveled off on the edges. I like that a lot. I've never seen that before. I think those pickup rings look awesome. That fade there, the back of the neck with that blue, very, very, very cool. Again, Duncan's in there. So far, you guys are going with Duncan's. It's cool. Again, original Floyd, with the block, noiseless springs. Man, that's killer. Okay, so that's still available. This is my favorite so far, because I'm an M guy first and foremost. So I love that body, this binding. Real quick, what was this called? Just an M2. Yeah, dude. The binding into that different color side, which obviously you can't see totally, but you could tell there's total, detail in that as well. The wood grain. Oh, dude, and these like wooden looking pickups. I think that's classy. Looks like that pickup plate there is like raised, not recessed. I didn't notice if the other ones were or not, but I like this kind of like the wood theme, even the wooden looking pickup knobs. Those look really nice. I bet those are comfortable. I'd say another showpiece, but I could rock this one on stage. I could see guys rocking this one. Extremely sick. Again, 25.5. They call this a Sea Serpent Blue and Sunset Coast finish. Honduran mahogany body. Same bridge. This one's got Duncan Pegasus and a Sentient in the neck. Claro walnut and pheno wood pickup covers. Again, the beveled pickup rings. Those look hard. I'm gonna have to get some of those for my stuff. Gunmetal black hardware. I like that one a lot. Available Washington Music, never heard of it. This one here, another M2. But because of this, like, I almost thought this was a Horizon at first. Like, I thought that looked like it bubbled off, but no, it's gonna be a flat top. This is an M. Just look at this extraordinary piece of wood. Insane. All right, so this is the first so far without a Floyd. But look at that, killer, dude. Look at these pickup knobs again, just the detail in those, so sick. Oh, and this back, look at that. It's almost like a face, couple eyes there. Damn, dude, that headstock. Come on. I love that. Good Lord. Let's see what they're saying. Natural dark blue burst satin finish. This thing just looks like so smooth. Like if you were to run your hand across it, it's like the top of a coffee table. Japanese horse chestnut body with burled claro walnut inlay. Padua and maple purfling, burled claro walnut back. Man, we're getting into the weeds with these specs here. A lot of stuff I've never even heard of. And I know I'm mispronouncing a lot of things. Double stripe pearl herringbone inlay. These inlays, look at that. Yeah, pretty cool. What bridge is that? ESP FB26 brass bridge with string through body. ESP string back neck plate. A Nazgul and a Sentient again. Those are wooden pickup covers? Oh, over the pickups themselves, yeah. And everybody's going with these beveled pickup rings. Cool. Let's see if we can see a price. What are you gonna guess? I'm gonna guess If we can even see a price, let's just, I don't even know here. Let's just see. Can I? Ah, here it is, okay. 23 grand, holy crap. I was gonna guess 15, I think. Holy smokes, 23 grand. And this is at Drop D Guitars. Where's that at? Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's cool. Looks like a cool shop. Wish that was my jam room. Hell yeah, so 23 grand for this. So I'm gonna guess they're all kind of around that range. But I guess it's up to you if it's worth it or not. And some of these are already selling, right? Number 5. These are crazy. I'm personally not a fan of this body style. Is it the F? What do they call that? Yep, FRX. Now, don't get me wrong. This thing is stunning, but this to me is like a showpiece. I think it'd look weird to see somebody playing this on stage. Just me personally, that's what I think. But not weird, but just kind of like, So yeah, maybe weird. Because this thing's just too immaculate to bring on stage, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Again, all this is just my opinion. Love to hear yours, but I know a lot of guys love the style bass. I'm sorry, the style body shape. I see a lot of bass players using this body shape sometimes, but this one's a little extra wild. These like horns or thorns or whatever you'd call them there, but man, just incredible craftsmanship. You got to imagine that they play great, and how do they sound? It's an interesting look of the neck through attachment there. I'm gonna, of course it's gotta be neck through. It's set through construction, yeah. Purple burst, natural radiation finish, flame back and white, every fingerboard blade made with lotus and tribal pattern inlay. Yeah. Same thing, a lot of this Pegasus and sentient combo. So cool. I know somebody will fall in love with that. It's in the ESP Craft House in Japan. That sounds like a cool place. Can we see that real quick? Huh. Yeah, not much to see there. All right. Moving on, look at this thing. The Snapper. Number 6. Available in Tom Lee, Hong Kong. But dude, not for me, but very pretty. I'm curious what type of bridge that is. Love these pickup covers. Oh, and it's actually got a pick guard. I thought that was part of the finish, but that's a pick guard there. Pretty cool. Look at that headstock suite. Look at those tuners. Some sort of detail in there. Everything. It looks like no stone's been unturned with these things in terms of just stretching the limits of the imagination. Right? Again, look at these knobs. The volume and tone there, so cool. It's just cool to have something a little bit different than at least what I'm used to, just whatever, black or silver. Bolt on, okay, yeah, obviously. Ocean Salt Blue Burst. Swamp Ash body. Bird's Eye Maple Fingerboard. Recon Stone dot inlays with brass ring. Scalped brass nut. Only 22 frets, okay. Snapper, go to tuners. ESP Flicker 3 bridge with tremolo tone spring type 2 ×4. So what are they calling that? ESP Flicker 3 bridge with tremolo. It's pretty good looking. I don't know. Who's going to claim that one? Look at this. Getting hotter. From cool, like, I don't know, tropical waters to this guy. Down into the inferno. That's a hot paint job. The Maverick. Dude. Wow. Yeah, I like this. The sides of some of these, like I said, you can see there's detail in the wood there. I doubt it can't just be flat. Fantastic looking pickup cover there. And those beveled edges. This thing's definitely cool. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of like when one wing is much longer. You know, obviously a little longer is normal. But these ones that are just a lot longer, I'm personally not a fan of. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd take this thing. Wow. Sold. Empire Music. Don't know where that is, but I guess I can see why it's sold fast. Coral Red, Sunset Coast finish. Somebody right now has got this hanging on their wall. Or maybe they're a band practice with it. Who knows? But yeah, wow. Another good looking headstock. Same pickup configuration. This is a Claro walnut bobbin. Yeah, killer. The Maverick. Moving on to number 8. Very sick here. Another Maverick. It's got that same theme as color theme that appears as this M2 or similar. Natural dark blueburst finish. It's that horse chestnut again. Mm-hmm. Just beautiful. What else can I say? Look at this. Sick. Yeah, very nice. Eddie's Guitars. Let's see if we can see a price. 30 grand. 30 grand. Wow. So I didn't realize the price was going to vary that much, dude. 7,000 more than that other one we looked at, which was this one. Oh, which had that similar look. 23,000. I mean, I guess stores, I don't know if that's like the MSRP or just, you know, their sale price. Stores can have different prices, I guess, but wow, a $7,000 difference. 30 grand for this bad boy. Man. Nazgul and an SCR1N and this. Let's get a close look again. Those cool volume and tone knobs again there. Cool design over that pickup there. Maybe matches the back plate there. Electronics cavity. Something about these headstocks I really like. Okay, getting into the Arrow here. And man, look at this thing. Look at that, some like blue streak or something. Yeah, look at that. You can get a better look here. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in anymore, but I don't know. Spilling over. Yeah, and it carries through here on the back. Pretty cool. Who's got their name on this one? I know there's a lot of Arrow guys out there. These reverse inlays are pretty sweet. It reminds me of like a Kerry King guitar if you wanted something just to look a little more elegant, you know, less satanic and a little more elegant. That's what he tell these guys, and this is what they come up with for him. Damn. That horse chestnut again, and resin inlay on both sides. Ebony fingerboard, tusk inlay. How's it going, Sentient again? So a lot of the same specs across all these guitars. I wonder how many guys made these. Like, was it 4 guys that made all 12 of them? Maybe you do 3 a piece, or is it 12 different guys, or is it 2 guys that made 6 each? I don't know. Remember, moving into the 10, look at this EX. Dude, that back with the streak through here, but look at that back. That's killer, dude. It's like lava flow in the Hawaiian mountains or something. Again, with those reverse inlays, but dude, man, look at these pickup covers and just the detail on all this hardware. Look at that. Very sick top. Wow. Just another work of art, truly. These edges. Sold. So no one's getting the EX, or somebody already does, from the Axe Palace. Okay, second to last here with a gorgeous Eclipse. I also know we got a lot of Eclipse guys out there. And this thing, one of the nicest I've ever seen. Look at that detail. That green binding along the back there. I love the look of these wooden pickup covers and the rings. That top, damn. Everything matching detail with all that hardware there. Sick looking headstock. Wow. And that green strip down the back of the neck. Super cool, super unique. Yeah, that thing, dude. Just look at that thing. Holy smokes. Okay, this is a 24.75. My favorite. If you didn't know, if you've ever watched my videos before, you definitely know this, but if you did, this is your first time, I had a Signature Series ESP LTD called the RA600, and I had a 24.75 inch scale there. I don't know, it just felt comfortable for me. And many guys ask why that is. Why isn't 25.5? Why was that? So anyways, now I think about it, when I think back, it's unique. You know, it's kind of different. And I don't know. I don't think all the ECs are 24.75, but they might be. I don't know. Quilted tan. Stone purfling. Spalted maple back. Black persimmon fingerboard with ebony and brass binding. Flag frame inlays with recon stone. Scalped brass nut. It's only 22. Extra jumbos. It's got an ESP TM20 brass bridge and an ESP TP25 brass tailpiece. That looks great. Seymour Duncan Green Magic in the bridge. And another one in the neck. Master tone pull for an out of phase in the middle position. Middle flexibility there. Okay. See if you can see a price. Okay, sorry, I've been blocked. Can't see a price on that. And the final one here. Real quick, if you're enjoying this and you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me. It's a big help. I'd appreciate it. And I release tons of guitar content all the time and have a back catalog of tons of guitar content that I know you'll dig. And I'll talk a little bit more about my relationship with ESP and that sort of thing in a minute here. But we're on the final one here. Sick Eclipse. Available at Guitars Can Be Played. Can we see a price? $27,800. Good Lord. $27,800. I think all these come with a case. That's another thing. Not that that justifies, I mean, an enormous price tag. The guitar itself justifies an enormous price tag. But that's in the eye of the beholder, right? So, but at any rate, I happen to notice that I haven't seen anything like case included or whatever, but I think that's kind of a given if you're paying this much and you're getting a guitar of this just intrinsic quality and you know, uniqueness, they're gonna give you a case. Imagine just sending this thing for whatever it was, 28 grand in just a box. Oh man. This is another one that I think is smooth. Like I feel like I could take a rag and if that was laying flat and just throw it across the top and it just glide right off. Like a freshly polished coffee table. I think these guys would frown on us using some end dust on this. Like, you know, what you used to dust your TV stand or whatever. Now, if you're spending 28 grand on this, you're gonna get some quality polish, I imagine. Or something. But wow, just incredible. More of just that same incredible detail on all this. Just looks really good. Beautiful grain in the headstock. Look at this purple stripe. That back. Insane. Insane. Another 24.75. Honduran mahogany with flame maple body. On top, against stone, black permission fingerboard. It's got that ESP TM20 brass bridge and the 25 tailpiece. Another set of Green Magics from Duncan. Same push-pull for that out of phase in the middle position if you like. And antique gold hardware. Wow, really, really cool. So another impressive lineup, I'd say. Just really cool just to sit and stare at these guitars. I mean, they're obviously extremely unaffordable and unattainable just to most. But if you have the means and you want one of these, there's still plenty available here. But yeah, so I think that's going to wrap this one up. But don't stop watching now, because if you're interested, I personally have 5 Japanese-made ESP custom shop guitars that you can check out right here if you want to learn more about them, and I take you down a tour through all of those. And I also just put out a video recently within the past couple weeks about the fact that I've reviewed dozens of ESP and LTD guitars and what I think about them and which is my favorite. So thanks for watching. I'm Rob Arnold. Stick around, check out these other videos here. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.